What's up YouTube, Gemini Johnny back again with another compilation of some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories I can find. Huge thank you to today's affiliate partner NordVPN. Check out the link at the top of the description to help support the channel. My posting schedule has been all over the place lately. I'm kind of back on track. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video or a live stream. Alright, now without further ado, let's jump right in. Welcome to the prison planet theory. If you stay in the rabbit hole long enough, this is what you'll discover. Watch.
I went too deep. Have you heard of the prison planet theory? Well, guess who just learned about it? Yeah. I didn't sleep last night. I did not sleep last night, and if you keep watching this, you're probably not going to sleep either. So here I am, minding my own business on Reddit when I found Escaping Prison Planet. And for the next 3 hours, I dove too deep. Here's the gist of it. Essentially, we're all trapped here on Earth. We're all trapped here, and everything we know about, like all the religions that believe in reincarnation, all these different things. Yeah, we keep coming back to this earth because there are astral beings that are harvesting our energy, and they are trapping us here. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. Well, let's get into the details. Apparently these beings that are controlling us are these reptilian beings that you always hear about. Well, let's dive into it. In Jainism and Hinduism, they have Nagas, half human, half serpent. The Aztec Empire talked about a serpent-like god that they called Quetzalcoatl. And don't tell me if I pronounced it right or wrong. I don't care, okay?
I think that was wrong.
Surely 2 instances, right? This is just a coincidence. African shamans talk about the Shitari, and it is a race of reptilian beings. The Hopi Indians in North America had the Sheti, which translates to snake brothers. Chinese, Japanese, and Korean legends all talk about the Kappa. And Gnostic text, which if you don't know about the Gnostics, Gnosis just means knowledge, and basically what the Gnostics believed was after Christ died, you have to have particular knowledge that would save you. Well, the Gnostics, yeah, they believe in archons, which are parasitic entities that feed off of us. We're doing okay? We doing okay? So the question is why? What are these beings doing? Why are they here? Apparently, they have been involved from the foundations of human history in manipulating us, creating this soul trap, harvesting our energy. And what this theory proposes is essentially that light a tunnel that many people have talked about that have had near-death experiences or death experiences. Yeah, it's just to trick us, to essentially wipe us clean, send our souls back, and start the process again. So every major form of religion talks about how we have a soul. Well, we are a soul. We have a body, right? This body is essentially a rental car. And these beings, what they feed off of, what the energy they feed off of is this low vibrational energy. So whether it's stress, whether it's fear, whether it's contention, pain, grief, jealousy, rage, all of it, anxiety, that's what they feed off of. And so they manipulate and they toy with us and they do all these things to create this energy. Now, I don't know if this is true, but that kind of describes the world we live in. It kind of describes it pretty damn well. I mean, look what Tesla says. He says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What freaks me out the most is there's so many urban legends talking about these freaking reptilians. That motherfucker right there is not real, right? Like everything that's going on in freaking Miami, like I think we can all agree that there's multiple dimensions, right? People having experiences on psychedelics where multiple people will take the same thing and they all go to another dimension and see the same thing. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Explain it to me, please. I'm going way too long with this and I haven't even freaking scratched the surface. But basically, we're just all here. Life is engineered to create this low vibrational energy. And what happens is when we die, when we go through that light tunnel, we're tricked into thinking, hey, you need to go back to Earth. There's more you need to learn, or there's karma you need to resolve, or, there's a higher purpose that you need to do. And we come back and it's the same thing. Listen, I'm a very spiritual person, very spiritual. I believe all of us as humans are connected. I believe you look at every major world religion and there's commonalities, and that's because it stems from this eternal knowledge. But this freaking scared the crap out of me. Because what if it's all just engineered to trick us? Anyways, I can dive deeper if you guys are interested, but if you're not, whatever. I'll just be sitting up at night, not being able to sleep.
Well, I know when you start talking about lizard people, it can start getting into some sketchy territory because a lot of people have used these kinds of conspiracy theories for some pretty nasty stuff that they're saying about certain groups of people. It is interesting that it goes back so far in history that we have so many examples of different types of lizard people or snake people. And I was just doing a quick Google search and I found the unanswered mystery of the 7,000-year-old Ubaid lizard men. And it came up with these guys. And these were discovered in what would have been ancient Mesopotamia and the great civilization of Sumer, what is now modern-day Iraq. And they estimate these to be about, I know I said it, but they estimate these to be about 7,000 years old, which is crazy. Other figurines were found to hold a staff or scepter, possibly as a symbol of justice and ruling. Each figurine has a different pose, but the strangest of all is that some female figurines hold babies suckling milk, with the child also represented as a lizard-type creature. Whoa. Or this, like this. She's like nursing her lizard baby. Figurines are presented with long heads, almond-shaped eyes, long tapered faces, and a lizard-type nose. What exactly they represent is completely unknown. According to archaeologists, their postures, such as the female figure breastfeeding, do not suggest that they were ritualistic objects. We know that the serpent was a major symbol used in many societies to represent a number of gods, for example, the Sumerian god Enki, and the snake was used later on the symbol of for the Brotherhood of the Snake, supposedly an ancient secret society. Is there a link between the symbol of the snake and the representation of lizards? For now, these questions remain unanswered. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, largely due to David Icke and his other views, I've never really given a lot of credence to the lizard people theories. So I've never really looked into them a whole lot. I see the videos. I don't know. None of them are really that convincing to me. The eyes thing is weird, but I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this world. So I guess it wouldn't surprise me at this point if our entire reality was a lie and we've been invaded by the aliens already or whatever they are. But I will also say that they kind of sound like demons. So like, who's to say that all the times we were interpreting demons weren't these things? And then like the good aliens are the ones we interpret as angels. I've been saying this. I don't know, just a thought.
CIA agent tells you how to prepare for 2024. Pay attention.
I thought it was going to be this guy. Did we see this on...
laced shoes. So only ever wear closed-toed laced shoes. You can see my mouth can't wrap my...
We're not going to watch the rest of this because I've seen this guy doing the rounds on podcasts and stuff, or he was about a year ago or so. I don't know, maybe longer. They say once you're in the CIA, you're never out of the CIA. So like... why would this guy be going and doing a bunch of podcasts and being all public about doing tell-alls about the CIA and stuff? To be fair, I've never really like listened to any of the podcasts because I assume anyone claiming to be a CIA agent is a disinformation agent. Closed-toed shoes, probably not a bad idea. I mean, I got my open-toed ones on right now. These are just my house slippers, but you know, I'm at my house. So. Somebody said this guy was on Beyond Skinwalker Ranch. So like, come on. All right, we'll watch the rest.
Because no matter what shit hits the fan, if you got closed toes and laces on your feet, you're safe. I have seen way too many bad guys neutralized because they're fighting in flip-flops or sandals or some other shit. And as soon as like asphalt breaks and grass breaks and cement is falling down, your feet are fucked. You're fighting days ruin. So always wear closed-toed shoes with laces. Number 2, carry small denominations of U.S. dollars. Because when the economy goes to shit, a $5 bill is going to be worth much more than $5. So if you only have 20s, 10s, $100 bills, then you're going to be overpaying for everything because no one's going to give you change. So you need to carry small amounts of...
If the economy goes to shit, then the dollar becomes worthless, doesn't it? Isn't that what you see videos in other like countries of them burning bundles of cash because the dollar collapses? Aren't we headed for that? Because our dollar isn't backed by anything and hasn't been since, what is it? Since 1933 or whatever. Yeah, 1933. Thanks, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Speaking of which, what kind of middle name is Delano? I'm just kidding. I know it was the Great Depression. He did what he thought was right. But we probably should have went back to that at some point because now our dollar's not backed by crap. I don't know. I don't know money. I don't understand how it works, but it seems like we should have it backed up by something. But am I wrong? Are there any economists out there? If our economy goes to crap, our $5 bills are going to become like pennies, right? Oh, and by the way, FDR signed that into effect 4/20/1933. So think about that the next time you're smoking your pots, you freaking weed heads.
As the banks shut down, every piece of currency massively increases in value. So I always encourage people to carry $200 in cash.
I don't think...
dollars in cash.
Not Canadian dollars.
Carry them in small denominations.
What about Canadian dollars or Turkish lira?
I would do the same thing with all of it, man. Keep everything small amounts. Because here's the thing. If you're in Turkey and you're trying to get out of Turkey, Guess what the most important currency is going to be?
So do you think USD would still be universally recognized as superior to those in those situations? You would take lira over USD in some cases?
As long as US dollars are the dominant economic force,
Yeah.
want to use those.
Okay.
We don't stand the risk of losing US dollar dominance.
Yes, we do.
We start reaching parity with some other economic power. So 2027, 2029, 2031, that's when you have to really keep an eye on what currency is going to be. But currency valuations change much slower than we think.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
There's momentum behind them. So get your hands on US dollars, have them in small denominations. That's
Yeah, for the next 5 years, and then
number three, the only self-defense weapon you need to be a master with is some kind of
he said some kind of baton. Yeah, good luck with that. Again, take that with a grain of salt. This guy's publicly claiming to be a former CIA agent, so, you know, allegedly and all that, whatever I need to say, but, you know, take what he's saying with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying.
This map is suspicious. I'm gonna give you a heads up. Look at this map. All of the red is federal land. Black is cave systems. The black lines are the deep underground military bases and the subterranean tunnels that run throughout the country. Please look at how they all connect to a cave system. Hold on, I'm not done.
I mean, that is
These are
interesting.
all the earthquakes that have taken place in the past 30 days in the United States. Now let me show you this. Told you it was suspicious. It's suspicious. Why? Why do the subterranean tunnels all lead to areas that are experiencing lots of earthquakes? Remember on the first map how all of the West Coast was federal land? Now look at the West Coast having all these earthquakes, and look at how many earthquakes are happening where a tunnel ends. Is it because the military is doing testing underground, or are these just natural earthquakes? Because I understand fault lines and all that, and earthquakes do happen. But the past 30 days, and they're all suspiciously around deep underground military bases, fucking suspicious.
I mean, she's not wrong. So that was Holy Kayla? Holy Kayla? I'm not sure exactly how to say that. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. But yeah, she does really good content. So go check out her TikTok. A bunch of videos like that, but she covers a bunch of really cool topics. I got sucked into her page a little bit. Got distracted filming. But yeah, she does good content. So go check her out. It's suspicious. It is suspicious. I will give her that. This one says Marlon Wayans exposes one of the Illuminati's agendas.
Marlon Wayans exposes one of their Illuminati agendas.
Instead of buying like watches or how many cars I own? 2. I have a Tesla and I have an old Range Rover. I'm not a flossy dude. I have one. Only reason why I got 2 cars is Range Rover was the first car I bought when I made money. Yeah. And it reminds me of that youth of trying to hunger. Yeah, and wanting that thing. And I realized once I had that thing means nothing. And then I lease my other car. Those things mean nothing. These things that you think are valuable, money, watches, they mean nothing. Happy costs nothing. Success is what you work toward every day. There is no mountain, no top of the mountain. Just keep climbing.
That's it? What Illuminati agenda did he expose? I mean, he's right. All of that is facts, but how is that the Illuminati's agenda? Oh, maybe the Illuminati's agenda is to get you to buy into the circle of the system and keep buying and buying and buying things that have no inherent value. Car is one of the worst things you can invest in. You can make an argument for watches or art or, I don't know. There's a handful of things you can make an argument for that it's actually a decent investment, even though it's a cool, flossy thing or whatever. But cars for sure. He's right on the nose with that. Like, you know, everybody knows you buy a brand new car, it depreciates 20% as soon as you drive it off the lot or whatever it is. And cars only depreciate. That's why you can buy a 10-year-old car a lot cheaper than you can buy a, you know, unless you plan to collect cars, that would be an investment, I guess. If you have like a giant car collection with a bunch of low miles classic cars or something, then sure, yeah, go for it. But if you got money like that, you're not watching me. So I don't know who I'm talking to. No offense to my subscribers, but you know, I assume none of y'all got a car collection, right? If you do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk. Yeah, I mean, unless you've got like expendable money, and he does, and he still doesn't, you know, have a whole bunch of cars. Because what's the reason? You can only drive one at a time. Might as well get one you like, or one that's, you know, smart investment. Get an electric car so you don't got to pay for gas. I know we got anti-electric car people out there. Don't talk to me about the freaking mines or whatever. I know. Putin assassination attempt. Putin never trusted anything. I don't... What am I looking at? That guy's smiling because... I think they're just smiling because that's probably out of character for him. But he was showing a sign of respect, like, to... I don't know. I don't want to guess. I'm assuming that's probably like some African heritage hat, like it's a traditional African hat or something. Maybe Middle Eastern. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I'm curious what kind of hat that is. But yeah, I'm assuming he's like showing some kind of respect. And those are probably his security guards. And they're smiling because it's kind of out of character for him. But yeah, Putin's an ex-spy, dude. You're not going to take him out with a hat. He knows better. Hey, bro is literally ex-MGK. Putin is ex-Machine Gun Kelly. But no, Putin was former KGB, like Russian special forces. So yeah, I mean, I think he knows better than to just blindly put on a hat in a foreign country. It was given to him by somebody. Just my thoughts.
Now listen to this. I have to tell you this. Okay. So after I left the party, I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal. There's 4 FBI agents in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? And I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? She goes, oh, well, I think something happened, you know, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving. What the fuck is this? And I looked at him right now, I said, nothing happened. That's sad, man. This life can be sad if you let it. It could be really lonely and really sad.
I think they clipped that last part on there. I don't think that was what he said right after that. But, you know, point stands. Like, he was always a defender of Michael Jackson. I'll give him that. Dude, I was a huge Aaron Carter fan when I was a kid. I had his CD. He was on Now 5, and that was probably my most listened to track. And, look, I'm not the type to speak ill of somebody who's not around to defend themselves anymore, but he was one of the only celebrities I've met in person and had a negative interaction with, and I was really disappointed. To be fair, he was, like, going through his, like, addiction, and he was going through a lot, so, you know, I can't really hold it against him, but it did suck, because I was such a big fan of his as a kid. But that being said, yeah, I mean, Hollywood and the music industry really did him dirty. I mean, obviously. That poor kid. I think anybody who knows of that dude and watched his career knows that he was struggling a lot at the end. So, you know, again, not trying to talk bad about him, but I've met quite a few celebrities in my time in LA, and most of them have been positive. So it is a bummer when one sticks out like that. But, you know, RIP. It was really sad what he went through, and I'm sure experienced, you know, and we'll never know even half the extent of it, I'm sure. So, yeah, sad story.
Predictions made in 1924 about 2024. Beds will automatically fling children out in the morning. Men's legs will wither away due to a lack of exercise from the increased use of the automobile. Young women will dye their skin and hair, all colors of the rainbow.
They pretty much do.
Everyone will wear flying clothes. Concerts will be performed remotely, and it will not be necessary to travel great distances to see. Horses will no longer exist. Diamond rings will be replaced with 100-pound bags of sugar, as diamond supplies will be exhausted. Automobiles will travel on speedways through the center of towns. Family albums will be videos instead of photographs. Canada will have a population of 100 million. Movies will bring about world peace. Life expectancy will be 100 years old, and 75 will be considered young. Movies will be so realistic that it will be difficult to distinguish them from real life.
Pretty much.
Jazz music will be considered classical.
That one's true.
The human family will be at the point of starvation. New York City will have a population of 30 million people and will have no transit problems. Follow for more history content.
That one's cool. Crazy how these were either completely wrong or spot on accurate. That was wild. I don't know, go back through some of these. Let's see. Flying children out of the bed. I wish I had that. Men's legs wither away. Mine are almost gone, so that one's pretty true. Dyeing their skin and hair. Maybe not skin, but hair, certainly. Flying clothes. Dude, I want flying clothes so bad. Give me a flying backpack. Concerts. Yeah, how many concerts are performed or remotely? Or, on YouTube or whatever. Fortnite concerts. Yeah, this sugar thing is weird. They must have really thought sugar was gonna, like, rise in value over the next 100 years. Or that, I think just because diamonds were gonna be gone, but we've found a lot more, right? I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely using speedways to travel through towns. Oh, the population in Canada, 60 million? I looked this up. What was it? Canada's population, 39 million. They said 60 million. So close. That one's pretty close. Almost there. Movies will bring about world peace. Imagine. Life expectancy at 100 years and 75 would be young. You know, we're getting there. I think in the next 10, 20 years, we'll probably be there. Movie so realistic it's difficult to distinguish. That one's for sure real. Jazz is classical. That one's definitely true. 30 million in New York City. This is the other one. Let's see. What are we at in New York City? As of 2021, it was 8 million. Well, according to Wikipedia, the 2021 was, or 2023, 8.2 million. They said 30 million. So not quite as close on that one. And I think they definitely have transit problems, but they have much better transit than we do in LA, so.
So check this out. That tree is clearly 300 years old. Probably 200. But look at what we found inside. What is this? I got some markings on it, but I don't know.
Well, I do know. It's an old property line marker. The tree's just grown around it over time. Hope that helps.
That's funny. Thanks to Mitch CK. Mitch CK on TikTok. He teaches people stuff. Hope that helps. It did help. Thank you, Mitch. Somebody said in the comments, it's a Toblerone. You can eat it. Wrong. Alien monolith. Trust me, I was the tree. That's funny.
If you've been feeling the shift in the world, here's why. We are about to enter the last period in a 180-year cycle called Period 9, according to Chinese astrology. The last 20 years was ruled by the earth element, which is why agriculture, real estate, higher education, especially institutional education, and young men were main focus, like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos. The next 20 years, we're shifting to the fire element. So this is all about technology, creativity, artificial intelligence, women. But what does this mean for you? Two different types of non-physical worlds are going to grow astronomically. The first is cloud-based technology, artificial intelligence, electricity, internet, 5G, anything remote, AR, VR, metaverse, ET, satellites, you name it. Yes, I do think we're going to come into alien/ET contact. The second area of non-physical world that's going to come into major focus is the spiritual world, the psychic world, the shamanic journey. There will be major conversations and developments around remote viewing, remote travel, spiritual intelligence, heart-based intelligence. There might even be a cure for Alzheimer's or schizophrenia, anything that is the disease of the mind or the brain. And I truly believe that the people who don't keep up with the developments of these two intangible worlds are going to feel lackluster, left behind, emotionless,
I agree. 100%.
kind of numb.
I definitely agree with her points. Whether or not you agree with it's astrological or Chinese zodiacal, that's not a word. You know, I think we can all agree that the points she's making are probably pretty true. And interesting that the Chinese zodiac lines up with the age of Aquarius, right? 'Cause didn't we just enter that, I believe, or we're about to, or something? Oh, I guess it's debated. The age of Aquarius in astrology is either the current or forthcoming astrological age, depending on the method of calculation. That's the first line of its Wikipedia. So, you know, I guess it's up for debate. Age of Aquarius. I think Age of Aquarius started whenever that song came out, which I believe is, what, 1969 or something? Yeah, by the Fifth Dimension. Oh, but yeah, I think anyone who's been paying attention knows that there's a lot of technological advancements forthcoming in the next decade or so. If you believe that aliens are out there, I think you probably believe that they're coming in the next decade or so, which is such a weird time to be alive that we're even talking about this in a serious way. Crazy stuff, man.
Could we be on the brink of a devastating ice age?
Oh, good.
Despite global warming concerns, some scientists argue that Earth's climate cycles could be due for a chilling shift. Earth has gone through numerous ice ages, the most recent one ending about 12,000 years ago. These chilling events are driven by changes in Earth's orbit, tilt, and the amount of sunlight received at high latitudes. Add to this the ongoing magnetic pole shift, which could further disrupt Earth's climate. As glaciers expand, they reflect more sunlight, causing a drop in global temperatures and a self-reinforcing cooling effect. This controversial theory suggests that Earth might be closer to the next ice age than we think. But how would a new ice age impact our modern world? From plummeting sea levels to drastic changes in ecosystems, the consequences would be enormous. And as we ponder the possibility of a new ice age,
the consequences could be enormous. No shit. Jesus Christ, you fucking... Consequences of a new ice age would be enormous. Just mind-boggling stuff. I never would have imagined that a new ice age would have been. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, none of us know, right? Like, there's so many different theories I'm gonna listen to people that are way smarter than me. But what would be worse? An ice age or everything being burning freaking hot? I don't know. Either way, I don't think we're surviving. That would suck. But there you have it, folks. That is another compilation of some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories I can find. We did it, we done it. We're doing it some more. Don't forget to check out the NordVPN link at the top of the description of this video to protect yourself and your online privacy today. If you do click that link and sign up, I will get a small commission, so it is another way to support the channel if you're into that kind of thing. Don't forget to like this video. It does help it spread to more people, and turn on that notification bell because my posting schedule has been all over the place lately, so you never know when I'm gonna post. I don't even know. So I did drop a new t-shirt design in the merch store, so you can check it out. It's a mushroom skull. It's cool. In I think 3 different colors. I like it. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. So until next time, seek the truth.